Hey there, and welcome to today's Daily Dose of Awesome. When you're coming in, if you're watching this on the replay, please drop me a hashtag replay. And if you're coming in live, please let me know that you are here, where you're coming in from. And I just want to check and make sure we're live because been some crazy stuff happening with Facebook. So I want to make sure that we are for sure live. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Brandy Shaver, and I'm a member here with Elite Marketing Pro, and I actually built my first six-figure income with using the strategies that they teach here. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, there's Richard. Awesome. I'm glad some of you are coming in. That tells me we are live. Awesome. So I don't have to worry about my phone. So I posted a few minutes ago what you wanted to learn about, and there was 3 categories. And I have spent the last probably 3 days really trying to think about things that I could teach you that would help you move forward in your business faster. And so in all of that thinking and putting together, I have all of these content ideas, right, that I have put together. And so I wanted to just give you a choice. So if you didn't get a choice to vote, you can vote on that same list, and I will do the next highest one on the next Daily Dose of Awesome. So let's see who's here. Oh, we've got Richard, welcome, Chuck Tumas. I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but we're going to go with it. Denise, Fran, Adrian, hello, Bart. And I'm glad you guys are all here. Yay. It's going to be super fun. All right. So Bart, this is your first live Daily Dose of Awesome. So welcome. You are going to be in for a treat today. So I am going to talk about the 6 steps to creating wealth in your life. And this is, as my dad would say, older than dirt. Okay. And things that work, that are effective, they don't normally change. How many of you would agree with that? This is a principle, right? Principles are different, or a strategy, a principle is different than a tactic. All right. So this is going to be a principle or a strategy. Strategies and principles don't change. So if you don't know the difference between the two, that's what it is. Tactics may change. The way that we do things may change, like newspapers to social media, right? That has changed. Things, how we deliver the actual content, but delivering value to people, that is a principle, a strategy that stays forever, right? It's older than dirt, right? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I actually have been studying Think and Grow Rich probably for the last almost year. And drop me a number 1 if you have ever found yourself doing this. Somebody gives you a recommendation for a book, and you dive right into that book and you just read and read and read and read and read and read and read, right? And you close the book and you're like, yes, done. I got it done, right? And you really didn't study the book. You really didn't take the principles or the strategy out of the book that the person was trying to share with you. Now, I'm totally guilty of this. So if you are, drop me a number 1. I'm all about getting things done. And sometimes a friend of mine just commented on this the other day. She asked me how I was doing, and I said, doing great, just plugging along. And these were her exact comments. She said, knowing you, you're probably bulldozing through the forest. Okay. So if that is you and you bulldoze, this is something they're going to want to slow down and make sure that you study. All right. So we're going to go over these principles really quickly. Hi, Ray. Hi, Shane. Nice to have you. Oh, and we're getting some 1s. Yay. Okay, cool. All right. So we are going to talk about the 6 steps to creating wealth in your life. Now, I want you to stick with me because this is going to sound a little woo-woo at first, but I'm going to connect it so that you understand how it fits into the way that our mind works. Okay. So just stick with me because I'm not a woo-woo person either, right? You can sit all day and meditate and have the universe try to bring you everything you ever wanted. But if you don't actually take any action, it ain't going to happen. All right. So that's just how it works. Okay. So there is a place and, for that, putting things in the universe. And I totally agree with intention and, bringing great things to you and sowing and reaping. I totally get that. But if there is no action happening, your business is not growing. Okay. So let's just get that straight out of the water because I don't want you guys thinking I'm all woo woo, right? That I've gone crazy down a rabbit hole. All right. So number 1. Wishing does not bring revenue to your business, okay? So we're going to just cover that right now. Now, if any of you agree, hi, Annette. Hi, Joy. Nice to have you here from Arizona. Awesome. So if any of you agree that wishing does not bring revenue to your business, drop me a number 2 down below, okay? Because I kind of just want to see where you are. The other thing I would love for you to comment in is, what do you think that this takes to actually build a successful business? Whether you're a network marketer, an affiliate marketer, whether you're selling your own products, whatever you're doing here with Elite Marketing Pro, what do you think it actually takes to get that done? Okay, so just drop a comment down below. Awesome, we're getting some 2s. I love that. Drop your comment on what you think it actually takes. There is only one thing that it takes. The rest of it kind of falls underneath that. And I'm going to discipline. Dawn, that is a good shot. Yes, it does take discipline. Okay, it does take a lot of discipline. Chuck, I wish that was true, that you just wished and money showed up, right? That'd be awesome. I totally agree. Richard, massive action. You're getting closer. Okay, Joy, awesome, a 2. Okay, cool. So it actually takes a burning desire to win. Okay, now this really boils down to a couple things. It could be, massive action, but really what it boils down to is persistence. Okay, a burning desire to win. You may fall down over and over and over and over again. In fact, if you listen to any of the leaders here in Elite Marketing Pro, or anybody that has built a successful business, ask them how many times they've fallen down, even in a successful ad, right? And I've used this, yes, consistency, persistence. Yep. Okay, you guys are getting it now. It must be a teeny bit of a lag on my side. But I use this example over and over and over again for this, to prove this exact point. I have a team member in my team that does Facebook advertising. She's really good at what she does. She's been here for a while, like over probably getting close to 2 years. Okay. And I asked her one day how many times that she had tweaked her ad. Okay, now those of you that are running Facebook advertising, you will understand what that means. That means we test the ad and we collect the data, and then we get the data and we evaluate the data. Okay, and if the data tells us that something is off, then we tweak the ad. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say how many times did you tweak the ad. Before her ad became profitable, she actually tweaked the ad 22 times. Now, I haven't ever kept track of how many times that I've tweaked my ads. I probably should do that, but 22 tweaks happened. Okay, that means she failed 22 times, right? Not necessarily failed, like fell apart and her business fell apart and everything, like, she threw her hands up and quit, right? That means that she failed to a little certain degree for 22 times before she got it to where it was producing leads and sales. Okay, so I want you to remember that. All right, so all right, cool. So number 1, the first step to creating wealth in your life is deciding the exact amount you desire. Okay, exact, like I'm talking definite amount. Okay, to give you an example, mine is $3.2 million a month. Okay, that's my exact amount when I did this exercise. Okay, now this shouldn't take you very long to put this together. I would not probably, if I were to do it again, I would not start with a ginormous goal like that. One of the things I read with Tony Robbins a while back is decide what kind of income you need to replace what you're doing and double that. Okay, and that should be like your monthly goal. Okay, now of course this is all you doing this. I'm just kind of give you some guidelines that you can go by. Okay, so the first step is figuring out the desired amount, the exact amount. Okay, so that you know when you've hit that amount that you have created the success. Okay, number 2, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for that money. Okay, because there is no such thing as something for nothing. Okay, and if you've been around in this world, that's just how this works, right? You have all kinds of resources, and time is one of those that you can't get back. So you may be giving time for this money, you may be giving value from this money, you may be giving both. Okay, so you're going to determine exactly what you're going to give for this money. Number 4, create a plan, or no, number 3, I skipped one. Establish a date you intend to hit that goal. Okay, so an exact date, right? So we want an exact date you intend to hit that goal, right? So how many of you this is making sense so far? Okay, so yes, Michael, awesome, taking notes. I love that. Way to go, putting them up there for everyone else. Way to be helpful. Awesome, I love that. Okay, so establish a date you intend to get that amount of money, right? It needs to be a date like December 31st, 2018, right? January 1st, 2019, whatever the date may be, right? I want a date on it, okay? All right, cool. Yes. All right, cool. Number 4, plan, okay? And begin at once. You need a plan on how you're going to get there. This could be, a plan could be, you know, you're going to put up a certain amount of ads. You're going to do, you know, a certain amount of video chats. You're going to do a plan, right? This plan needs to be realistic, okay? So needs to be something that is doable, okay? So you don't want eye in the pie in the sky kind of stuff, right? Like I'm going to make $1 million in 30 days by, you know, jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks, right? Like this has got to be a plan, like a business plan. Okay. You're going to put your intention out there where you are going. If you don't know where you're going, there's no way for you to get there. Okay. And number 5, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire, the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return, and describe clearly the plan which you intend to accumulate it. Okay, so I want you to write it out on actual paper, or you know, if you do it in note or whatever, but you're going to want it in paper because you're going to actually do something with it. You're going to take some action. All right. So let's see. Let's just check in really quick. All right. Hi, Angel. Nice to have you. Marina, nice that you're here. All right, cool. All right, cool. So you are going to write it out, clear and concise. Okay, very clear and concise, very so that you can actually envision it. Okay. Now, number 6, this is where you're going to feel like it gets a little woo-woo, because I thought it was a little woo-woo when I started doing it. You're going to read your written statement aloud twice daily, once before you go to bed and once before you get on with your day. So once in the morning. Okay. Now, these are the 6 steps. Now I am going to tell you, and I've got my notes here so that I don't miss anything, because this is super important. All right. As you read it aloud, you need to see and feel and believe yourself in possession of the money. All right. Now, this is where the burning desire comes in. Okay. You have to be so determined that you will have it, that you will never give up, even if your plan kind of goes off skelter, right? Like you're going to have to go behaviors, right? Getting closer to your intention, and evaluate if that behavior is getting you closer. Now, again, some of this sounds a little woo-woo, and I get it, right? Drop me a number 3 if you feel like this is a little woo-woo, okay? Because if you understand the way that your mind works, your mind, and I'm going to show you this in just a second how this works, but if you understand how it works, this will make total sense to you, all right? But let's talk about someone who's actually done this and created this, used these 6 steps to create this wealth, okay? So I'm sure, how many of you have heard of Andrew Carnegie? Drop me a number 3, or wait, I think we're on 4. Drop me a 4 if you've heard of Andrew Carnegie, okay? Now, he actually began as a simple laborer, a regular person in the steel mills, okay? And he managed to take these 6 principles and yield him a return of over $100 million, coming from very humble beginnings, all right? Now, he's not the only one, right? There's a list of people that have used this over and over and over again, right? Again, I told you this principle, this strategy was older than dirt, okay? But when something's older than dirt and it works, okay, you got to take it into consideration, and you probably might want to start doing it, all right? So the successful application of these steps will get you into your subconscious mind, okay? And I want to share with you how that works. So in your mind, I want you to think about the first thing that drives your behavior, okay? Drop me a number, or drop me a comment if you know what that is. The first thing that drives your behavior, okay? It's something we learn by things that happen to us, by the way that we're raised. It starts with a B, okay? Does that give you guys any clue? Drop me a comment down below if you know what it is, because it's super important in what you do. Okay, and I'm going to, for the sake of time, I think my comments must just be lagging, but for the sake of time, it's actually belief. Okay, so your belief is where everything starts. This is actually what drives your action, okay, which creates your results. The next piece of this, your beliefs create your what, right? Now, these are things that you think about, right? So thoughts, I just gave it to you, thoughts. Okay, beliefs create thoughts, which then create words. Now, if you have created this statement, use this 6 steps to create your statement, and you are saying the words twice a day aloud, reading aloud, your mind cannot actually tell the difference between now, later, or in the past. Okay, it just sees it as now. Okay, so if you can envision it, if you can, you know, you can start processing this backwards. Okay, so you can start to change your beliefs, the way that you think about things by using your words. Okay, so it's actually building it from the inside out. Okay, so your words are then going to create your thoughts, which then changes your beliefs about how you can create money. Which also, when you're reading this and you're using words, it creates your actions, okay, and then creates your results, which then hits your beliefs again, which is pretty cool, right? So it's kind of like a circle. It's called, I think JT has called it the success cycle. I actually have learned it from Bob Proctor, as well as Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. It's in there as well. So beliefs drive thoughts, which drive your words, which drive your actions, which drive your results. And again, when you understand this behavior, if you will add this simple thing to your daily routine, write it out, read it, your mind can't tell the difference, okay? So, hi Jan, nice to have you as well. It does. Your brain believes what it hears, okay? So if you're listening to a bunch of garbage and nonsense and all of, crazy stuff, that's actually what you're going to start to believe, okay? So you want to make sure that that is built out. So let's just review those 6 steps really quick. Exact amount you desire. Determine exactly what you intend to give for it. And remember, money doesn't come from nothing, right? You are going to have to give something. 3, establish the date you intend to possess it. 4, create a plan. That's the behavior piece, creating the plan to get to there. And then writing out the clear, concise statement. And read your written statement twice daily, once before you go to bed and once when you get up, okay? And this will start to change the way you think about money. Now, there's a lot of us that have money mindsets or money, I don't know if that's what Blair would call it, is a money model, but there's a lot of us have money mindsets that we need to break through. And this is part of being an entrepreneur, and this is super important. But this is the first step to creating wealth in your life, no matter what business you're doing, right? So if you got value, drop me a hashtag value. If you have any questions, drop them down below and I'll come in and we can keep having this discussion or, talk more or whatever. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a fabulous day. I'm grateful I have the opportunity to share with you, and we will chat with you next time. See you later.